40% of the families right now are blended. And sometimes what's right is not going to be, it's going to go against the grain with everybody else. Let's talk about blended families. Blended families are really on the rise, if you ask me. I mean, definitely increasing because the divorce rate isn't going down. Yeah, it started going down just a little bit, but then it's like right there, like 43% of the families in the U.S. right now get divorced. But the U.S. alone, the U.S. is the third largest country that has the highest divorce rate in the world. So it's happening, right? Right now, 40% of the families right now are blended. So what does that tell you? That's almost half. So that tells you we need to get educated. Fathers need to get educated on how to effectively manage a blended family. So let's talk about it. Well, what is a blended family? Well, a blended family, it can happen in a few ways. First, if the dad get divorced and bring in and have kids and the children in the marriage, bringing that to another family, that's blended. You know, if the dad and the mom, you know, get to have a divorce and they have kids within that particular family, they're gonna bring that family together. That's gonna be blended. The dad can die, the mom can die, and the other parent is left with the children. So they may want to get married again and bring that family together. That's going to be blended, and there's going to be dynamics in that. Or, I mean, they can have kids before marriage. I mean, the dad can have kids before marriage, and then the mom can have kids before marriage, what have you. I don't think it'll be planned that way. But then they decide to get married. So now they bring in those families together to mesh together, to blend it together in harmony. That's the hope. To blend it together in harmony. What do a father need to be thinking about? How do a father need to respond? Because a father, as the head of the house, got to really manage the entire process. Got to effectively communicate, got to effectively show that leadership. I want to give you 3 keys. I want to give you 3 keys, 3 points, 3 things that you should consider when bringing this blended family together. The first thing is a plan. I mean, you and the mom need to come together. Y'all need to have a powwow. Y'all need to have a conversation on the type of plan that you want to present out in front of the kids as a united front. I mean, there's things you got to talk about. You don't know the history behind her kids. She don't know the history behind your kids. So this is before the big dance. The big dance is really the wedding. So what do you want to do, right? It starts in the dating process. In the dating process, that's when you're gathering that information, right? That's when you're making that assessment with the mom about, you know, the history, how you guys gonna be together moving forward. I mean, during the dating process, really, you're just trying to make sure if it's a good fit, right? Can you live with this woman for the rest of your life? You know, can she live with you for the rest of your life? I mean, is it going to happen? Because that's what you want to figure out before trying to blend this family together. You got to figure out if can you build an empire with her? You know, can you guys go off living happily ever after? Can you guys fix any problem that comes your way? Can you get together? Can you work it out? Is it going to be a good fit? Are you compatible? Those are the things you're trying to work out really before you meet her kids and she meets your kids. You don't want to bring any more dynamics in this relationship other than that. So once you realize that you guys can date, you guys can get along, you know, then you move into another phase of it. You guys dating well, you realize this is your queen, you realize this is your forever, and really you're trying to make the family happen now. Let's do it, right? So let's come up with a strategic plan, right? That you guys are gonna act out in front of the kids. This is key number one. This is the first point here, that you're gonna act out in front of those kids, right? Because what that is gonna show them is you're on one accord. They're gonna see that you have their best interests at heart. And that's all that matters. That you have their best interests at heart, and the mom is actually gonna validate that, because she's gonna be doing the same thing. She's gonna be saying the same things that you're saying. I mean, in her own way, in her own role. Yeah. So once you get that plan together, and that plan is gonna be forever changing, forever evolving, because the kid's going to change, and you're going to change. Therefore, it's going to be different ways of doing things. Come up with that plan, act it out in front of the kid. Have that plan, have that united front. The second point is, we can't get away from communication. But here I'm talking about, if there was a word that included communication, that included bonding, I do that, communication and bonding, because I think that's key. And I would say communication and bonding before discipline. Because if you go in, whooping ass before you've developed that relationship, before you develop that bonding, then it's going to be kind of hard, because now they're going to look at you sideways, right? They're going to look at you sideways because you haven't established the love for them at that point. You haven't established that you have their best interests at heart. When I got married, I didn't want to discipline my stepson right off, because I did not have that bond that I really wanted. I eventually started disciplining him because he was bad and he did need it, right? It got better. Married for 15 years, did a whole lot. So we was able to go through all those motions. But yeah, communication and bonding before discipline. I be strategic with it initially until I feel like I have created a bond for the stepchild. And they know that I love them. They know that I have their best interests at heart. They know that I want them to succeed just as much as I want my own kids to succeed. So my approach is for the stepchild and for the biological child to feel that I love them equally the same. No favoritism. Now, they're going to know this is my biological, this is my step, all this and that. But eventually, if you keep showing and pouring that love out, then it'll eventually mesh. And that's what you want. You want to mesh. My stepson still called me Papa to this day, right? Because I was very serious about it. Very serious about it. And it doesn't matter, because even though I wasn't his biological, me and his mom is not there anymore, is not married anymore, he still need mentors, right? He still need that guidance. He still need that instruction. Matter of fact, to this day, he always say, Papa, you told me this, you told me that. And I really appreciate that, because he was listening. So first, come up with that plan with you and the missus, right? You and the mom, come up with that plan. 2, communication and bonding before discipline. I ain't saying over discipline now, because you gonna have to discipline, but before discipline. And the third thing is really to understand changes happen. What I mean by that? Well, when you and the mom get together and y'all start meshing like that, right? Y'all might decide, look, I want to get a house. You done got married, and now it's time you want to move out the house that you're in, because you don't want that history in that old house, and you want to start something fresh. But there's going to be changes, because if you get another house, then school systems may change, friends may change. A lot of things may change that may affect the kid, right? May affect the family. So you really want to talk those things out because you want to do what's right. And sometimes what's right is not going to be, it's going to go against the grain with everybody else. Understand these changes are going to come. And blended families are so dynamic that you just really never know. That's just like raising a biological family. You know, you never know what you're going to come up against. And you got different people with different attitudes. So again, you're still going to have that patience. You still got to dig into that fatherhood toolbox and pull out a tool that you need at this point. And the one you're going to pull out a lot is patience. Because not only you have to be patient and with a family that has both biological kids, you're going to have to be patient with a blended family even more so. So that's what I got for you. You have to understand that there's a lot of different dynamics in this thing. Just keep your head on the swivel, be aware, be focused. I don't know everything about blended families. I don't even know if I'm hitting the right points with you, because you have so many different points, so many different ways that you're operating. But what I want you to do, so we can make sure we get it right, is drop a question in the comments, right? Ask a question below, make a comment, make a suggestion. What the next video need to be about, because these are series. This is a series of blended families that I want to take a deep dive into. I want you to like, comment, subscribe. If you like it, then send it to somebody, share it out to somebody, right? And I'll see y'all in the next video.